Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shawnee Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shawnee Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
All good. Thank you though. Where is it in hospitality again? Yeah. There we go. One of the best things in the hospitality room is the chicken. Hello and welcome to Kingsport, Tennessee. It is our fifth game of the day. Shawnee State is taking on the St. Thomas Bobcats. It's the Bears and the Bobcats doing battle. Should have a good one in store for you. A little change up here in Conference Room B. That is Walt Ferber. I am Matt Kibbe. We're excited to have you along. This is Walt and myself's first men's game together. We were with the women all day yesterday. You started the day over with Oakland City and stayed over there for a couple of games on Floor A.
Yeah, it's been great. An excellent tournament. We saw it on both sides. I'm looking forward to this. I think it is going to be an outstanding contest and two very, very good teams.
It is Shawnee State who is coming off of a loss to CIU yesterday here in the show. It was a 92-63 loss, just trying to find their own here. It's a very young team for head coach Mike Hunter, who's in his second season.
Well, this is a place that if you've got a deficiency, you're going to find it.
Yes.
Because the quality of competition here is very, very good. And it's one thing that in the long run certainly makes you better.
On the other side, St. Thomas coming off of a win against Milligan, 71-65 yesterday here, now taking on Shawnee State. And it's set to be what should be a good battle here between these two teams. We can only hope for the best. I'll have you know, we have had some really good games here in Floor B. Only one blowout so far. Everything else has been close and down to the wire.
That's kind of the way it's been, I think, in the entire house. We had some great battles over on Court A today. For Shawnee State, you want to look for Trey Beard. He is at 19.5 points per ball game. For St. Thomas, it is Esteban Usaberis, who is at 20 points a game, and we are underway.
First possession goes to Shawnee State. Big shot from Saya, and it's going to be off the mark.
Had a good look.
You'll see that a lot with the type of movement they want. They want to be up-tempo, does Shawnee State. Again, second season at the helm for Mike Hunter, and he said he's learning still how to get these guys to kind of buy into the culture. It always takes the new coach a couple of years to build that culture.
Shawnee State does have a history of success, River State's conference. And I know by the end of the year, they're going to be formidable.
Belton got the rebound. Now it's back out. Walk step there and then given back over to Vasquez. Vasquez goes up with the left. It falls off the front of the rim, and it just feels like these rims are unforgiving today for anybody going at them.
That's been the way it has been over on the other side, too. And great defense.
There's a three there from Saya that's pressed in. Rebound stays with the Bears, trying to find an opening. The clock did reset to 20. Another three here. This one is good for Trey Beard.
Now that will put Shawnee State on the board with a tray. Took about a minute and a half to get the first score in.
That has not been the case here in Conference Room B. We have seen a lot of high-scoring affairs between all these games. Started it with IU Kokomo and Campbellsville. There's a three to answer. That one comes from Dallin Dean.
Yeah, and that quickly we are knotted up in this one.
I apologize. It's DeLon Dean. DeLon Dean. St. Thomas, again, had the win yesterday against Milligan, coming right back at it. They had the late game. Not as late today, but still, that's the challenge you have in this tournament, is you could be playing the early game after playing the late game. Foul down low. It's going to be a push-off on Sean Shore.
Yeah, that's his first personal foul. Rims, I love this place as far as a venue to play.
Yeah.
But the rims, I think, on both sides have been a little bit on the tight side. And I don't have a problem with that. You got to really hit it like that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. A.J. Belton is the one who got it through, but it has been unforgiving. If you don't have a clean shot, it's more than likely not going in.
We've seen a lot of stuff bounce out, go all the way, about half the way in, and bounce out. You have to hit it and hit it true.
Daylon Dean with it for a moment, then gave it up to Sean Shore. Shore is going to go up contested. Now it's off with Colin Nutter. Nutter gets it back out to Lubears, and Lubears will take the shot. It's going to miss anyway after the whistle. Looks like there was a shot clock issue.
Yeah, but I tell you what, being on both sides, this tournament, and I don't want to hex this, but it is run smooth,
yes,
as smooth can be.
Yeah, no issues. We had one delay here yesterday that kind of put us behind the eight ball. Today, we are practically, knock on some wood, we are on time. I know. We still have a lot of game left. We still have 2 more games after this.
And we go back to the ladies, I believe.
We have one more men's game.
One
more men's, and then we finish out with a Georgetown-Reinhardt matchup on the women's side.
That will be a good one.
That will be. I'm excited for that one. The other women will play on floor A. They have 3 women's games over there. Actually, I think they have 2, and then there's one more tomorrow for the women. There was 2 teams that got a full day off. Cut play in. Shawnee State had it wide open, and that's going to be Daylon Dean.
Now Dean scoring there. He's now 5 points on the ball game.
Back out here with Marcos Vasquez. He'll go down low looking for A.J. Belton to go up, but he's going to get fouled, and Dean will see his first personal. You know what, something, you get a chance to talk to these coaches for a very short period of time before the game. We only had about 10 minutes between this game and our last one. But, you know, one of the questions I've been asking is, how many times have you guys been to the show? And this is a year where, for St. Thomas, it is their first time here. And Coach Zach Moss feels like he'll get the invite back next year, which is always a good feeling. And then on the other side for Mike Hunter, this is their second time here. They were here last year. So these teams are just getting the feel for this tournament that's been going on for 10 years now.
It is a very popular tournament. Talked to Ken French, the tournament director, in my last game over on the A side, and they got a waiting list for the men. And it is not an easy decision on who's going to be included in this tournament.
Drive out. St. Thomas regathers. Luberes takes the shot. He's fouled. And this is going to be 3 shots.
Uberis heading to the free throw line.
It's 3 shots, and we were talking about this. Me and Gary Justice, who was here in Floor B before Walt made the trip over, but we've seen surprisingly a lot of 3-point fouls, which you just don't see at this level.
Yeah, there has been a bunch, actually, yesterday and today, but everything has been contested. The defense has been outstanding. Uberis is a good free throw shooter, 39 of 44. 81.6% coming in.
Goes 2 for 3 on this trip. 4 minutes gone by here in this first half of play. Trey Beard with it. Now it's back on the far side, trying to get it down low to that post turnover there. Luberis is right there to pick it up. Esteban heading in, leaves it back at the top of the key. Trying to find an opening. They go over to Dean. Dean down low into the corner. Back up at the elbow here with Shore. Shore gets it down. Looking for Nutter. Nutter goes up. He's fouled and one.
They take the lead. St. Thomas takes the lead on that shot. Colin Nutter gets on the board. Now 1 for 3 from the field, but he does have 3 rebounds and 2 assists. So he hadn't scored, but he's done a lot of good things well.
Got a chance to make a 3-point play here. It's 9-7 in favor of St. Thomas. Completes it. 3-point game now as Shawnee State, who's considered the home team in this game, wearing the home white jerseys. 2 teams with similar colors, blue and gray and then blue and red. St. Thomas in the dark blue.
I like blue. Blue's one of my favorite colors.
It's a good one too. A little bit more of a navy than anything. That one's going to fall off the side and then picked up by St. Thomas. They'll bring it up with Luberis. He's the guard that really runs everything. If he's on, his team's on. Another one back in the middle. Kick out. Dean fakes the shot, steps in, takes a spin move. It's still loose for sure, and now Nutter with it.
For the most part, good spacing by St. Thomas.
All the way down. Shore can't keep it in there, down in the corner, and he'll be turning it over. That is the second turnover of the game for St. Thomas. Crossing over, 5 minutes gone.
And both teams kind of settling in now.
That's a 3-ball, and it's good for Trey Beard. Beard has 6.
He has certainly played well. 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 3-point shooting. Nailed both of his shots from downtown.
A 3 to answer goes in and out, and Shawnee State will get it back.
You can have a lead change here.
It would be their first lead of the game. All the way out, 3-ball from the corner. It just falls off the front of the rim. It was, I should say, Elkin Ramirez who took the shot.
A good look may have hurried that shot just a little bit.
Shore with it. finds a cutting Luberes, and he's fouled after the lay-in attempt goes wide, so it will be 2 shots here through Luberes.
One thing that I have noticed, the defense the last couple of days, and it's been rock solid all the way around, and that's a sign of good teams. Good teams win with defense. If you hold the other team and you don't let them score, your chances are pretty good to win.
Off the front of the rim, a rare miss for Luberes on the free throws. That's his first miss today. Only had the small sample size of 2. Hits the second one right back on cue.
A 1-point advantage. Crowds have been excellent.
Yes,
through the day today. A cold Saturday. I guess it's cold. I haven't been outside since 5 o'clock yesterday morning.
I couldn't tell you if the sun's up right now or not. We were out here and I walked down through the lobby. I saw the sun rising. I can only imagine it's not out anymore.
I would be surprised.
The only thing I'm mad about is the hotel cafe's closed and I can't get another hot tea.
Oh, that stuff is good. And you and I have kind of had to protect our throats the last couple of days.
There's a mid-range jumper off the back of the rim. St. Thomas will bring it up. Especially with the games we've had over here, it's been high energy, high scoring games with a lot of big moments too, so the vocal strain has been tough.
And we were paying attention on your game, on ours on court A, and you had a 100-point game.
105 to 103. Ave Marie and now I'm blanking on everything that was happening.
You have the right to. You and I have done a few ball games since we started yesterday.
It was Ave Marie and St. Francis. Or correction, number 9 in the country, the Cumberlands, University of the Cumberlands was the one. That was a great game. There's a foul. And it's going to be a defensive foul here on Dean.
It has been physical. I have seen more bodies hit the floor. You can't call it hardwood. And I have come to that I do like the composite. I took the time early this morning to walk both the floors here. And I do think it'll help ease injury problems.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. It's been apparent today. Now, you've been dealing with some floor issues over on floor A. I found out the reason behind that. They're the same floor visually, but they're actually 2 different floors in terms of material. Floor A, if you've been watching games over there, is a little bit older, and the material and the panels are all a little bit lighter. So that's why they have a little bit more wear and tear. These panels are about 40 to 60 pounds, depending on where they're located on the floor.
Now that's some heavy-duty stuff, and that time Shawnee State uses the whole shot clock again.
So those high-traffic areas like the paint and just around the arc are a little bit heavier so that they can handle the quick stoppage of a jump stop and all the traffic that happens on them. The outer banks, the outer wings are a little bit lighter. 3 seconds left on the shot clock here. Murphy goes up. And it's going to be a shot clock violation on St. Thomas.
This is an absolute opposite of the game that I just watched over at Court A. As Cumberland, Tennessee, they had a 2-6 record, but they shot out of the game with a cannon and upped the tempo and quicked up Reinhardt over there and got what I consider to be a big win for Cumberland.
That's against the former last year's national champions, too. That's a big win for Cumberland. I love the fact that we have Cumberland, Tennessee here, but also the University of the Cumberland.
Yeah, and it's a plural on that.
Right.
Really, a lot of the top teams in the country, both men and women here.
And I believe out of the 22 men's team, half of the field is either receiving votes or already ranked. This is a rare game where neither team is in one of those categories of receiving votes or ranked, and that's a big 3.
That was Stirk
Yep.
that drained that thing. Had a wide open look and hit it. Tell you what, shooting has improved so much. When the game changed and the emphasis went for 4 and 5 out sometimes.
Volleyed up in the air. On the floor. This will not be an over in the back, but St. Thomas is going to end up with it. Nice, smart play. Can't finish on the one end, and then it's going to be knocked off of Shawnee State. It will go to St. Thomas here. That was a smart play by Jacob Stirk trying to get it to Adrian Cruz. Adrian Cruz just couldn't finish.
Yeah, and I thought for a second it was going to roll all the way past the wall over to court A.
It'll be inbound from the baseline. It gets right out to Sean Shore before bringing it back in. Back to Shore, who's on the left block. Trying to move the ball around. Agoro, and then a nice cut play on the backside. An easy lay-in for Sean Murphy.
Murphy on the board, his first 2 points. He has a rebound, and it's going out a little bit now. 16-10, St. Thomas. Get a little distance.
Off the mark. Knocked out by Shawnee State. We were trying to get it back out to the point area or on the wing side. Just had a little bit too much on it and it couldn't get to it.
Say it tried to punch it over and ended up punching it out of bounds. He thought one of his players there was going to cut.
Under 10 to go here. A 6-point lead for St. Thomas, who's considered the guest here on the scoreboard. What we also found out is our scoreboard doesn't show 100. That three is good, as St. Thomas is surely on their way to 100 in this game. Jacob Stirk.
But at least it's still working. It didn't blow it up.
No, it did not, but we cannot see 3 digits on it. So at one point, the game was back to 5-3.
Defensive battle.
Yes. If you were to walk into the game, you'd think that's the craziest game you've ever seen.
Yeah, a lot of good defense.
Instead, it was 105 to 103.
That Ferber must have been running point for one of those teams out there.
9-point lead for St. Thomas here. Knocked off of a Bear, and it will go out. Side out here for the Bobcats. St. Thomas University here, not to be confused with the University of St. Thomas up in the north. Foul called. Lovelace got called with it. That's the first for him.
Now Zach Moss ended up visiting with us over on Court A, and very nice to be able to meet him in person.
He's a good dude, Zach Moss is.
Yes, he is. Extremely good.
In
very
his first
impressed.
season as well with the Bobcats.
And he does things for all the right reasons, which
Yes.
impressed the heck out of me.
He told me as I was walking away, if you need anything at all, you let me know and I'll help you as best I can. That tells you the type of man that he is and the type of player that he's developing.
I found out you got a lot of coaches like that in the NAIA.
Yes. Step back, fake three, runner going for Beard, kicks out for the corner three. That one rattles in and falls for Elkin Ramirez.
And he is on the board with his first three is the third Shawnee State player to score.
Down low baseline look for Luberis. It goes all the way out, kick out to the corner. Then the runner looked like it was going to go up. Instead, it's a pass out for Ogoro. He goes down into the paint, leaves it instead for the left-hand lay-in of Sean Murphy.
Good penetration to the bucket by Murphy. And ends up being 2 for 2 on the night from the field for 4 points.
That one's down low.
And both
Foul
teams
called.
voraciously attacking the basket in this.
Murphy's going to get called for the foul on the other end, shooting foul, so it's going to go to the line for 2 here with Donovan Lovelace. First one almost fell out and goes in.
72.2% free throw shooter, Lovelace. And this is one that Shawnee State kind of needs.
Got it.
Puts it back to an 8-point contest.
8 minutes left to go here in this first half of play. 23-15 is our score.
That was A.J. Belton coming back in for Shawnee State.
All the way back out. Still trying to find an opening. Goro with it. It's Daniel. Had it, goes down low looking for Nutter. Nutter had to go baseline, kick out for Luberis. Luberis off the front of the rim and rebound for the Bears. Jump and steal by Luberis. Quick and pesty player that gets in the way, and he gets fouled. He'll head to the line for 2.
He ended up making a play there. Shawnee State had a chance to cut into it even more, but Luberis instead is going to go to the free throw line.
Can't ask for much more from the 5'9" junior playing point guard for St. Thomas. He is all over the floor.
Yeah, he's pretty much automatic at the free throw line, 82%. I think I hexed a lot of people yesterday, though. Yeah, that one worked.
Made the first one. %80 is right on cue right now. He's 4 for 6. This would be a 7th. He makes that one. He's got 5. 25-15. The lead is back up to 10. St. Thomas' largest lead was at 11 when it was 21-10. They still have that double-digit lead now. Back in to the corner. Beard with it. Trey passes it over to Marcos. Marcos Vasquez is going to drive, kick out, looking for Blackett, and he'll have to go all the way back to the timeline with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Has to go up. Expected to take an extra pass, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. And Coach Hunter is looking at his junior saying, you got to take the shot and know the time on the scoreboard and how much time you have left.
Yeah, you have to know your situation. And honestly, there's no excuse for not. And that's
right.
One thing that the coach was bringing forth there.
Wrapping around. That one's tied up on the floor. Loose. Picked up by Murphy, and then St. Thomas able to keep it. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Quick cut play. Murphy reverse lay-in off the back of the rim. Rebound goes to Nutter. Nutter goes back up. No foul, but he lays it in. And that's 2 points, makes it 27-15.
5 St. Thomas passes going to that finally being a putback score for St. Thomas.
Round the horn go the Bears. Kick back out for 3. This ball is up from Ramirez off the front of the rim. Knockdown. It's going to stay with Shawnee. No, it's going to be awarded to St. Thomas here. I thought it had hit off of Orgoro last, but the official on the baseline says otherwise.
You better look than we've got up here, but that's what I thought too.
So it must have just skimmed off of Ramirez before going out. We are in the middle of the court, a little bit far away. Luckily, we are elevated, so that helps out with some sight lines.
Shawnee State needs to produce here.
That one would have been nice to have. It doesn't go.
Now, St. Thomas can really start putting a little distance between it. It's already at 12, and you would like to get it closer than that by the half.
Up, lay in, make it 14.
St. Thomas is a team that can get on a run, and they are doing that right now at 29-15.
They are on a 6-0 run right now, and the answer is going to stop that run for Shawnee State.
Sean Murphy with that last bucket puts him 3 for 3 from the field at 6 points.
Out to the top of the key, hanging on to it here. Trying to find an opening, taken away, turnover there.
Once again, the extra pass, and that's another one of those in and outers we've seen so many of.
And there's the foul on the other side with the run from Theo Blackett, and the foul is going to be charged on Sean Murphy.
You can see a little bit of the inexperience of Shawnee State when they try to attack the pressure on defensively. As Shawnee State once again is going to have an opportunity. We've seen a lot of high-scoring halves, but this has been a low-scoring half so far anyway.
29-17 is our score. Back into the middle. Trying to cut to the basket. Instead, they change it up, looking for a pick and roll. Drive, kick out, back out with Vasquez. Vasquez is going to look for an opening. He's going to slow things down with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Fake put on. This one's going up with Belton. Belton looking for an opening. Has to go off the back of the glass, and it rolls out. No foul called. He's got his arms up looking for a foul.
They did not allow him to have an uncontested shot.
That three is no good. Going the other way with Shawnee State. Quick drive up in the air. That one falls to the side of the net. Trey Beard had a good look, but just couldn't finish.
Like St. Thomas is killing some clock now.
Under 4 to go here in this first half of play. 12-point lead for St. Thomas. Trying to go 2-0 here at the show. Their first appearance at the show. Down low, Nutter gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Thing that impresses me by St. Thomas most is their passing. They won't take a good shot. They wait for the great shot. And Nutter waited for the contact, and he is heading to the free throw line. He hasn't been there yet tonight.
No, and there's going to be a timeout taken by Shawnee State. It's going to be a full media timeout, so we'll take it with them. You are watching SESN. It's St. Thomas taking on Shawnee State here from Kingsport. We'll be right back. Welcome back here on SESN. St. Thomas has a 12-point lead over Shawnee State. Walt Ferber, Matt Kibbe here with you for this contest. We'll be with you the rest of the way here on Floor B. Should be some pretty good games, and we have one here, a 12-point lead for St. Thomas, Walt.
Yeah, we've got St. Thomas and Shawnee State. You'll have Tennessee Wesleyan versus Georgetown coming your way next. Then a ladies game to close out the night with Georgetown against Reinhardt. That's a good way to finish the day.
Foul was on Colin Nutter, so he's the one waiting at the line here. 2 shots his way. Mentioned Nutter only been at the line for an and 1 so far. He made that free throw.
64% free throw shooter for the year.
Love to see that number go up here as the season goes on, helping it with that one.
That just went up a trickle with that one.
That one's in and out. Rebound, Shawnee State. A.J. Belton, who's been all over the floor. That's number 7 in white. Things are starting to pick up in terms of what is needed for the Bears here in this first half of play. Would love to cut into this deficit.
St. Thomas not making it easy for him, though. They're making it very, very hard to penetrate inside the three-point area.
Well, I don't know if you see this, but the ball came over to Coach Zach Moss, and he started dribbling it between his legs, doing a little crossover action. Not happy with the call, but trying to relieve the stress with the dribble.
He can play for the Globetrotters.
I think so. I think you're right. That's the third personal on Dean. That's what he was more. He was frustrated with the call, but then he's frustrated at his player.
And that's a good way to nod off frustration, to do a little dribbling between your legs there. You know, that's one of the high points of my life and career. I scored 8 points for the Washington Generals.
Really?
Yes.
You played for the Washington Generals?
I played for the Washington Generals against the Globetrotters twice.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, we're going to have story time at some point here today because I need to know more. That's back out, knocked away by Belton. Nobody's there to help him with the rebound, and St. Thomas is going to get it back.
I was the oldest professional rookie, I think, in the world at 57 then.
Where'd you get to do that at?
At Jasper High School, both times.
Hey, there you go. Step back three. Side end, kept in, and then stepped out. It looked like Marco Vasquez had just kept it in, but his foot was on the line. And also, there was a foul called.
And St. Thomas playing well. Shawnee State, I think to get their Daubers up a little bit, they need to have one or two good things happen. I think the doors could open up, but they're really, really tight right now. And St. Thomas playing great defense. And that doesn't help him.
An easy lay-in there for Sean Short. There was no foul called. They were resetting the shot clock to 20. That's on my B.
Now that
call it
is a nice answer by Vasquez. They finally scored a point, get a little bit closer. You'd like to be over 20 by halftime.
Nutter trying to extend that lead, and he does, 34-19.
Well, he's at 6 points now. 2 of 5 from the field. He's got 3 rebounds.
Belton going down. He was contested, had 2 St. Thomas Bobcats around him and couldn't get a clean shot off. The score remained 34-19 with Nutter trying to extend it again. He's going to be fouled. It's a blocking variety. He'll go to the line for 2.
I think one of the worst indignities you can have is to get in there to try to get a charge call and to be close, but he did not have position, and Beard gets the foul.
Now, what I will say is that we have seen quite a few charge cards delivered today on both floors. So these officials are paying attention to where those feet plant.
I am very impressed by all of the officials that have been in this tournament.
2 for 2 for Nutter. And it will be brought up by Vasquez. Dumps it off. Ramirez goes down low looking for his big man in Lovelace. Lovelace had 2 early fouls, and he's able to get that one in.
He did a good job of steadying himself and putting that one up and in. 4 points for him. Offense for Shawnee State running a little better.
A minute left to go in this first half of play. 15-point lead for St. Thomas. Luberis has to wrap it around. Goes over to Shore. Shore's going to drive right hand, and a foul is called. It was the whack as he was going up.
Yeah, got him with the body a little bit too. And St. Thomas has done that. They have forced the issue, and it has got them going to the free throw line a lot. Sean Shore, 4 points. He's already 2 of 2 at the line here in the game.
Makes the first.
He's got a really nice form.
Wearing the bright yellow highlighter shoes today. Makes the second.
I like those.
I do too. I like when you add a little bit of flair to the uniform, right?
Yes, I do.
There's a drive foul incoming with Vasquez driving to the hoop. draws the foul, and he'll head to the line for 2.
And I won't have any trouble finding him.
No, not at all. Adrian Cruz, that's his first personal foul of the game.
Vasquez gives him another one. And his point total at 3.
Got over that 20 mark that you were mentioning, Walt. Just the only problem is they gave up a couple points on the other end.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, they feel a little better. You don't want to go in with teams at halftime.
10-second difference between the shot and game clock here. 30 seconds left in the first half. Shore with it. He's going to drive. Goes up with the right. Off the glass and in.
And he used the top of the glass very well there.
Bears again pestering. Almost got a steal on the inbound play. 10 seconds left.
Belton really saved that for Shawnee State.
Vasquez will drive. Looking for an opening. 3 seconds left. Has to take a shot. Draws the foul. Nice play.
And he hit it.
Whoa, what a shot.
How in the world did he hit that?
This will be a 4-point play if he can convert the free throw here.
Yeah, that is a break of the first half. That, I won't say necessarily has put Shawnee State back in it, but it's gotten them a heck of a lot closer.
That's a momentum boost to hit a big shot like that. He was intentionally trying to draw the foul, did just that, and completes a 4-point swing. 40-26, 2 seconds left. Buzzer beater attempt on target, just short. So 40-26 is what the score will be as we go to halftime, Walt.
A great first half. St. Thomas very, very sound. 10 points by Nutter, 8 points by Shore. I like the discipline, and I liked a lot of stuff of what they did. Shawnee State's young, and they're going to get better.
Can't ask for much more here in this game if you're St. Thomas. Shawnee State got a little bit of work to do as they get ready for the second half of play. 40-26 is our score. You're watching SCSN.
Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
A truck is a tool, but a ram is life. Yeah, it's the wipe the sweat off your brow sort of life. But it's also the let's load up the ATV's life. The my kids play way too many sports life. The let's find a secret spot to fish life. That looks nice. Innovations, comforts, and powertrains built to power all the lives you live. Ram.
Watch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
My character, Shazam, knows all about growing up in a family full of teenage superheroes. They're bold.
Where's everyone going?
To fight crime.
Okay.
Adventurous. Shazam! There's never a dull moment. And no matter what happens, they'll always have your back. All they need is a place to grow and be themselves. And the best part is, you don't have to be a superhero to adopt a teen. Learn more about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org. You can't imagine the reward.
We are champions of the character.
We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official. It's the best decision I've made.
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
To help me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere. Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
The story of the United States has been written for centuries. Penned by millions of authors, written in every language, from every perspective. With every chapter as unique as our people and our land. Our story is one made up of many. Find yours in the USA.
Welcome back here to Kingsport, Tennessee. Got a good one going for you so far. St. Thomas is up 40-26 over Shawnee State. Can't ask for much better if you're St. Thomas. They've done everything right. Walt Ferber, Matt Kibbe here with you for the rest of this one. We got 2 more games coming your way here on SESN after this game. Tennessee Wesleyan taking on Georgetown men, and then the Georgetown women taking on Reinhardt after that. But we still have 20 minutes left in this contest here in Floor B.
You hit it on the head. Shawnee State's a young bunch. They're learning. They do have some athleticism. And they actually improved from the first part of the first half until halftime. They made a little run at the end of the half, but St. Thomas has been solid.
Shawnee State's made 3 of their last 4. St. Thomas, though, will start with possession. Early 3 ball by Dean. It's nothing but net. That's easy money for a guy in DeLon Dean who has been looking for a moment to break out. He's got 8.
8 points, and he is doing a good job behind the arc where he's 2 for 4.
Drive by Shawnee is going to collect a foul there from Vasquez.
They are doing a better job getting to the free throw line, as Vasquez is going to head there.
You got to shoot well from the free throw line if you are Shawnee. 4 for 12 right now today. That one goes in, so 5 for 13.
That'll help the stats a little bit. 69% for Vasquez at the line.
Apologize, I was reading the three-point marker. They are 8 for 9. Only have missed 1 free throw all day today, has Shawnee State.
Trying a little pressure.
Need something to break the success that St. Thomas has brought in. That's a wide open play, and the foul has to be taken by A.J. Belton with Sean Shore going up.
If you press and you break the press, shots like those are available.
There'll be 2 shots here for Sean Shore. He has made all 4 of his free throws today. He's got a total of 8 points. That one misses.
He's 2 for 3, and he's hitting when he's shooting it, whether he's free or not. 2 for 3 from the field, 4 of 4 at the line. Until then.
Second shot here. It's good. He's got 9.
Only one double-figure score on either team, and that's Colin Nutter with 10 for St. Thomas.
Down low is where he's getting a lot of those buckets as well. Push off there to get some space for Saya. Goes down low. Here's an open 3, and it's good. That is Trey Beard.
Peeled off the screen, and he is now 3 for 4 behind the arc, and he has 9 points.
All of his points from beyond the arc. There's an opening for Lubears. That one is good. He answers it immediately, 47-31. Timeout has to be taken by Shawnee State. They have to find something to slow down this attack of St. Thomas.
And lead is ballooned to 16 points. And one of the many things this tournament does, it's got a lot of great teams here. As you said, over half of them are either in the top of the polls or receiving votes. But this is a place where you're going to learn, because you know no matter what, the competition is going to be good. They're going to show where you need to work, and Shawnee State is using this as a teaching opportunity. And the coach, as you said, was kind of talking about that as he's taking the time. There's not a lot of yelling going on.
No, this
right
is
now.
Coach Hunter, who's in his second season. He has I don't want to say laid back, because it's not the right word for it, but it's a very stern, very much a respect gives, respect take kind of coaching approach that Mike Hunter has. It's his second season. Last year, they had 20 wins. That's the first season that Shawnee State has ever had 20 wins in program history.
And that was after a big shakeup in the program with their coach leaving, another coach coming in, and they responded wonderfully on that. They're going to get a little bit too rambunctious there on the offense and turn it over.
That's the third personal foul on Belton. It's an offensive foul, which are just those ones hurt a little bit more than a defensive foul. And when you're trying to set that screen and you get called for the moving screen, that one feels like it hurts and weighs on you a little bit more.
7 turnovers for Shawnee State, 3 for St. Thomas.
Deep three here, good. That is DeLon Dean.
I don't know what you're going to do if he's hitting that. That's an NBA three where he shot that.
He was way back, and now Lovelace thought about doing the same thing, almost gave it up. Luckily, Vasquez is there to pick it up, but he can't finish at the rim. And here goes Shore. He's going to go up. That's going to be a blocking call, and suddenly here, A.J. Bolton has 4 fouls.
They make you commit.
Yeah.
And when you do it, about 90% of the times, that's going to be a blocking foul.
He came into this second half with only 1 personal foul. So in the first 2 minutes, 3 fouls have been called in this second half on Shawnee State players. All of them have been on A.J. Bolton.
Hale Shore trying to add to the total.
That one falls in and out.
5 of 6 at the charity line for make it 5 of 7 now at the charity line. Sean hits this, he can go at double figures.
Sitting at 9, trying to match his number to his points. He does just that. 10
well done
for him. Sometimes you run into a blind squirrel runs into a nut, right?
Yeah, that's my adage, yes. But it's a 20-point lead for St. Thomas.
It was an open 3, can't take it, and now has to drive baseline. Does Vasquez, has to go back out to the top, and that's a deep 3 from Beard, and he's got it.
Trey Beard, 2 of 3 behind the arc, 12 points. Pardon me, 4 of 5 behind the arc, and 12 points.
Talk about NBA 3 on the right side with St. Thomas. That was an NBA 3 from Shawnee State.
That'd be a Globetrotter 4.
There's a 3 to answer it from Luberes. And then Beard's going to go band for band, but that one misses off to the side. Yeah, stays with Shawnee State, though.
O'Barry's at 11 points now. 2 of 7 behind the arc.
Beard with it. He might pull up from there. He almost did. And there's a little confusion for Shawnee State. Going to give it back. Shore goes up, and Luberes just kisses it off the glass and in. An easy one for Esteban Luberes to get him up all the way to 13 points for his team high.
22 points the lead now for St. Thomas, and they've outscored Shawnee State 16-8 in the second half.
Down low. Lovelace goes up, hits it off the front of the rim, rolls out. Luberes will bring it up. Moving quickly, 3 ball here for Dean. Off the back, rebound comes out. Shawnee State gets it. The Bears will go on transition. There's an off-ball foul in the middle of the floor, and it's going to be Dean who has his 4th.
A lot of fouls in this contest. Dean, as you said, in foul trouble for St. Thomas.
He's got 4. It was on the floor, though, so that means it's going to be a side out here.
Not in the 2-shot situation as of yet.
4 minutes have gone by here. It has been all St. Thomas. They are on a 5-0 run in the last 90 seconds. Trying to answer it is Beard. It goes in and out again. It's so hard. You have to have almost a perfect shot to get it through these rims.
The tight rims, I don't have any problem with that. They're tight for everybody.
Yes, it is on both sides. It's not like one or the other. Yeah. Both have been difficult to score on. But St. Thomas has 56 points to show for it. The only 2 teams that didn't have an issue scoring were Ava Marie and the University of the Cumberlands, who had 105 and 103 respectively.
That rim didn't make any difference.
No, they were going to make them no matter what. Shot clock will go down to 20 here. Damon Charles got charged with the foul. He's got 3. Brings it all the way back out to Shore. Bobcats were looking to extend. They do just that. Esteban Luberis again from 3. He has made 3 of his last 4 from beyond the arc.
Leading scorer, 13 points. Make it 16 points for Luberis.
Pull up from Lovelace. He's got it. Mid-range jumper's good.
Offenses are loosening up a little bit for both teams.
15:08 left to go. The score, 59-36 in favor of St. Thomas. They took a timeout, and it was a full duration, so we'll take one as well here on SCSN. We'll be right back. You're watching St. Thomas for Shawnee State here at the show.
Catch the most thrilling moments from your favorite local teams, only on the Southeast Sports Network. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to game-winning goals, we bring you all the highlights that make the Southeast the heart of sports. Don't miss out. Tune in anytime, anywhere, and relive the action like never before. The action lives on our YouTube channel, but you can watch highlights many different ways by visiting our website. The Southeast Sports Network, where every play matters.
Welcome back. Quick break for you there here on SCSN. Excited to have you along. St. Thomas up on Shawnee State, 59-36. Walt Ferber, Matt Kibbe here with you on SCSN, and it's been a pleasure to have you all weekend long, and you're still stuck with us for at least 5 more games this weekend here in Floor B. We still have 2 more tonight, and then 3 more tomorrow. We start a little bit later tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Oh.
It would be nice, a little extra rest in the morning.
Hey, I'm not complaining. We're having the opportunity to see some of the best basketball talent in the country. And we get to sit up here and pontificate about it a little bit. That's life is good.
We get to show up and just talk hoops for 12 hours today. I mean, it can't be much better than that.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Ton of fun here at the show in Kingsport. 5 minutes have gone by here in the second half. St. Thomas has controlled it. Shawnee State looking for some answers. They're trying to bring out a little bit of a double team. They're in a man-to-man, but it almost looks like a modified zone.
Yeah, it does.
Kick out. Looking for an opening.
A swarming zone.
It's worked. Full shot clock had to be used here. It's off the front of the rim and out. That's good defense there from Shawnee State.
Yeah, as I said, they're learning. They're getting better.
Kick out. There's a little bit of a miscue on the give back to Beard. Beard's going to pull up. Same spot he hit from earlier. He does it again.
That's his spot.
Yes. Put 4 points on the board for how far away he was.
Shawnee State. Trey Beard is keeping them as close as they are with 15 points.
Largest lead got out to 25. Right now it's at 20, 59-39.
Beard 5 of 7 behind the three-point line.
14 minutes left. That one's off. Another board. That will help. You need St. Thomas to miss some as you make baskets on the other end. Beard might pull up again from deep. This one will be dumped off instead. It's going to be Saya, and that one rolls out. Foul is called. He's going to head to the line for 2.
Saya with a strong move to the bucket and is going to get himself to the free throw line. Saya still looking to get on the scoreboard.
He's taken a couple of shots, all of them from three-point land, and that's his first point of the game with the free throw.
Does have 2 rebounds and an assist, so he has been productive and finally gets a point.
Well, I don't know if you see this, but only 2 players for Shawnee State haven't scored yet that have played. So they are dishing the basket around for their 41 points.
There are good things going on for Shawnee State.
Need another miss from St. Thomas if you're the Bears to try and help the climb back into this. It's not at Mount Everest height quite yet, but it could get there if St. Thomas gets back on fire, and you got to be ready to stop it.
They have another run, it would be.
Back up, ball movement here. There's a lot of passes here. I'm counting 6 passes right there. And that's a 3 ball. It's nice and easy for Adrian Cruz.
Pass, 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 pass. Good shot and score.
Lovelace in the corner. He's going to go baseline. Falls down on the synthetic floor. Took a little bit of a spell. That's been a weak point on the floor right below the basket. And Shore's going to go up. Rebound coming for Nutter. It's going to be knocked out given back to Shawnee State. I don't know if you saw this, but Colin Nutter almost posted a man to slam that down.
He was in the vicinity, yes. I would think twice before going straight at him.
They'll roll this one in to keep some extra time on the clock. Picked up by Vasquez. Trey Beard can hear the coaching staff for St. Thomas saying, don't allow Beard to shoot. He's too good and dangerous from anywhere on the floor.
They're face guarding him from that three-point spot now.
Lovelace goes up front of the rim, rebound loose. It's picked up by St. Thomas with Ogoro. He's going to kick out to three. Luberis goes in off the front of the rim. Rebound comes out. Beard has it. He can go on a run. Looking for an opening. Gets it over to Vasquez. Vasquez will post up on the block. Tries to go up with the right. Instead does it with the left. Rebound goes out to Ogoro.
One and done for Shawnee State.
Need some of these to fall here to start building on that comeback. And this is going to hit off of Shawnee State, so it will stay with St. Thomas down on the baseline.
You got factors going on now. There's only 12 minutes and 7 seconds left. And it is staying at a 21-point margin at some juncture in time. Shawnee State needs to knock into that a little bit. And as you said, St. Thomas gets another run, and that doesn't help.
What a slam there by Colin Nutter.
12 points for Nutter. 4 of 8 from the field, 4 of 5 at the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. He's dancing with a possible double-double.
Looks like Adrian Cruz got charged with that foul down low. 2 shots coming here for Marco Vasquez.
Well, Vasquez has been to the line 5 times and has hit 4 of them. And he is about an 80% free throw shooter.
Goes out. St. Thomas gets it back.
I'll tell you what, Uberis could handle the rock.
Offensive foul here. Wait, hold on. Conversation amongst the officials. It looks like Vasquez is getting a walk to the bench.
I think they're looking at that as a possible flagrant.
He had taken down Uberis. That is the second time today. We had a flagrant 2 back in the game before this one. You don't see it called a lot, so that means Marco Vasquez is done.
He's ejected. He's ejected from the contest, and it was it was a pretty fierce hit. And that is another loss for Shawnee State in this. But I understand the frustration. They have been battling and battling hard, and sometimes things don't go well.
Coach Moss is over asking if that's 5 shots for the foul for the 3 and then 2 for the flagrant. Instead, it's just 3 shots here.
And the first one, he was going to be out there. It was going to be kind of like watching all those overtimes between Georgia and Georgia Tech last night.
Oh, man. Tough day if you were rooting for the upset like I might have been.
Yeah, it would have helped my Hoosiers a little bit.
18 points for the Bears.
After the day we had yesterday, I'm going, I'm just going to watch this a little while longer, and ended up watching all 8 OTs.
The last one is off the front of the rim,
and they get possession.
Yeah, ball out will be from the sideline with St. Thomas. Well, I know you were talking about upsets. I have to be honest with you. I am ecstatic because my Michigan Wolverines took down the mighty Ohio State Buckeyes in the shoe today.
No kidding.
13-10. What a Big Ten game.
I'm normally an Ohio State fan, but not today.
We root for Michigan here in the show in Kingsport. I didn't get a chance to watch it. We were calling a barn burner here.
I was going to say, you and I have been busy, very busy since early this morning.
10:15 was our start time today. 3 ball off the mark. And it comes back out with Shawnee State. Here's a ball loose, and the foul is going to be called.
I've got my Roku set back home when we finally get back to Southern Indiana. That might be appointment TV for me to watch.
I'm going to have to go back and watch the whole game. I might do it tonight. Yeah. It'll prevent my my bedtime to get ready for tomorrow in order to watch that game one more time. There's a foul on Trey Beard on this left side of your screen. 11 minutes left to go in the contest. Rebound comes way back out to Nutter, who has to try and go back. No call is delivered on the first one. Gets it on his re-up, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Colin Nutter, I wonder what he can bench press. I mean, his upper body strength is outstanding. They were trying to take it away, and he fought off Shawnee State players like they were bugs there.
It was unreal, the strength that he has down low. That was a rare forgiving rim there to allow that one to go in.
It just goes to show you it does happen sometimes.
You never know what you're going to get here in Kingsport.
No, but I love the tight rims.
Makes you have to be really precise with your shots. Second one's good.
Good shooters are going to be rewarded for their shots.
Beard will bring it up. Larkin with 3 fouls now with about half the second half gone. We've had 30 minutes or so pass by. Corner 3. Too far from Ramirez, and things slowing down. You kind of feel the energy being pulled out of the Shawnee State Bears.
I think the ejection and that flagrant foul may have taken the juice out. It's up to a 25-point ball game.
Chance to make it the largest lead of the game here if they can put a bucket in for St. Thomas. They'll do it with a 3 off the front of the rim and out. Rebound down low. For a moment, it was with St. Thomas. Goes back to Shawnee State.
Well, they did kill a lot of time on that play. They used up almost all of the shot clock.
Beard with it. Beard was trying to pull up instead. We'll see a foul called.
But no, you can thank my Hoosiers on that. They took everything out of Ohio State.
I would agree.
last week.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, and I would say this: you can never count out the underdog in the game like that. Michigan and Ohio State. Doesn't matter what their records are. That's a nice 3 there from Damon Charles.
Charles with a big shot there.
It's actually marked as a 2. Foot was on the line. Back down.
It seems to me Charles had a brother that played for them a couple of years ago.
Knocked out of Nutter's hands, and it will stay with St. Thomas. I think you're right.
He had that Charles was may have been the biggest basketball player I have ever seen. I would want him to be my friend, and if I ever got into trouble, he would be okay to be my wingman.
I want to say you were right. You know, the bonus of technology.
Yeah, you guys are. I'm better than I was, but you're a lot better than I am. That's going to be a miss on the 3-point shot, and Charles is big, but I don't think he's as big as his brother.
Beard with another mid-range jumper. That one from the corner.
And back to 21 points. A little bit of a run by Shawnee State.
And 68-47 is our score. Another drive down low, picked up by.
But I remember
Belton.
what I said about the what I think is the elder Charles. He was huge and had great footwork. I mean, great footwork. He was kind of hard to mess with underneath.
You might be thinking about Donovan Carlisle?
No, I don't think.
6'8".
Well, the size wasn't the thing. He was about 3 bills. He was about, I think he was 6'5" and about 320.
Yeah, That's a big 5.
Yeah.
That one's up in the air. Good for St. Thomas.
And they're just adding to the total. It's back to 23 at 70-47. As that was Cruz with the assist by Colin Nutter. 70-47.
St. Thomas working the clock here.
But it would have been at the show. It would be on last year's team. This is my second show. And I remember Shawnee State got into a big battle with Florida Memorial last year. Or it could be my senility hitting it again, too.
You might be thinking of Damon Charles. He was on the roster last year as well.
It looks like he's lost some weight.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives him, but he was a big, and he had really good footwork. And you had to watch going into the paint.
Yeah, that's the only Charles that was on the roster last year. So put in the
hit,
work this offseason, and it's paying off here in this contest.
I don't know. He would draw. I'm telling you, I would think twice about going into paint. I would think twice about going into paint still against him.
Rebound by Belton, who's playing with 4 fouls right now. 3 ball from Beard, and that's the first one he's missed from way downtown. It feels like in forever.
Well, and that one hit the hard rim and bounced in and out, so it wasn't far off. But the lead is at 25.
We had a game earlier with Northwestern, the number 8 team in the country, going against Bluefield, and that was a similar situation to this. But I'll tell you what, this feels different. That one felt like, even though Bluefield was way down, it didn't feel like they were because they kept playing really hard. It just doesn't feel like Shawnee State is playing with that same energy right now. Maybe it's because it's the second game of the weekend or what, but they just haven't been able to kind of get that motivation back since about halfway through this second half.
They have not been able to score in bunches. I do think that was Charles that picked up the personal foul.
It was.
And a pretty big, I tell you what, the free throw shooter is a pretty big dude.
This is Daniel Ogoro.
And he went flying.
Yeah. He stands at 6'6" with some muscle, and Charles bodied him.
He went about 10 feet.
Yeah, he got him good. If you're gonna take a personal foul,
you got
make it worth it, right?
Money's worth. Yes. And Agori there reached a little bit when he shouldn't have.
That's his first foul.
A little bit of a break, and it's Tennessee Wesleyan and Georgetown, our last men's game of the day.
We'll have all men's tomorrow here in 4B. It's only going to be 3 games.
A chip shot.
That's what you can call it. We started with 4 yesterday, and then the marathon today, not a sprint by any means, 7 games here in Conference 4B. It started at 10:15 a.m. It's going to go until late in the night. We finish with the women, who are going to be Georgetown taking on Reinhardt.
I walked out of the gym. That's some foul shots for Shawnee. I walked out of the gym on Saturday last year at met Ken French, the Oakland City coach, at 1:12 on Sunday morning.
What did you have? A bunch of everything go off schedule and then a bunch of overtime?
Anything that could go wrong as far as lengthening it did. But he said, I can't believe you did all of them. I said, they're there. That's what you do. I'm getting to talk about basketball for crying out loud.
We have the best job in the world.
They're going to have to yank this headset off my dying behind when things are done.
Second nature. You put on a headset and it's like a runner. It's always going to be turning left on the track no matter what age they're at. .540 left to go here in this contest. That is a crazy play from DeLon Dean. And there is an offensive foul on Charles. That is his 5th. He's done.
He didn't last long. He's a physical fella. Yeah, that's the dude.
That's got to be him.
That's the dude. I mean, the upper body strength. And there was a little bit of a melee last year at the end of that floor. That was one of the reasons here on the floor. There was it was Shawnee State and Florida Memorial because the Shawnee State coach went to Florida Memorial to coach.
And Damon Charles listed at 6'5" now, 223.
He's lost weight. Well, that's a good thing. I should lose weight myself.
That's going to go off of Shawnee State. It will stay with St. Thomas. And, that's what you like to see is players taking advantage of the offseason to get better. And that's the case here. Yeah, he fouled out here today, but you can see that improvement from just a year ago.
He's still got the fear factor.
Right.
You don't want to knock that out altogether.
Lost the weight, but you know what happened? Regained the muscle.
Oh, yeah, he is now solid. There was not totally solid last year. This year it is rock solid.
5:07 left to go. It's a Mike Hunter coach team that's in his second season at the helm, a graduate of Ohio Northern back in 2008. And, I think he has the building pieces here at Shawnee State. And I think you're going to see it. They won 20 games last year. They play in the River States Conference, so you can only expect that this style of play, it's hard against the Sun Conference teams. These teams are high scoring in the Sun Conference. The River State's a little bit more big ball, small score.
And they're getting better.
Yes.
We've seen them getting better in this game. They're doing stuff better, and when they get in the River State Conference, they're gonna win some games. Could get in the tournament, and then anything can happen.
That's the same case that we have here. There's an and one, a good drive by Lovelace. And the foul was on, it looked like it might have been on Sean Shore. It was.
3 of 8 points for Lovelace, 2 of 2 at the charity line so far tonight.
I bet that's somebody that Coach Hunter would love to see get even better. He's a sophomore that stands at 6'9".
He's got some tools.
How can you put it together? Because he's got the muscle down there as well, but how can you use them to post up and make the shot as easy as possible?
That's coming. That's why you have practices and go to the weight room and all the stuff that you do. You get better. We don't have a lot of one-and-dones in the NAIA, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Now, even in the ever-changing landscape that is the transfer portal at the NCAA level and now the ability at the NAIA level.
It makes me love the NAIA even more.
Yeah. One of the purest forms of the sport. Shot clock went away. That's going to be a violation. Didn't hit off the rim.
But right now, St. Thomas is they're running shot clock. I'm not going to say they don't care. They don't want to have an empty possession, but they don't mind blowing 30 seconds off the clock with a 22-point lead. Theo Blackland coming in for Shawnee State.
Shawnee State took a timeout here. 4:19 left to go in this second half of play, and it's been all St. Thomas since the early going. There's only been one lead, and it was all the way back early going. Shawnee State scored the first basket, and ever since then, St. Thomas has gone and taken it the rest of the way. They have led for 85% of this game.
That's a lot. That's
a lot.
That's pretty much wire to wire. But I'm going to give credit to Shawnee State. There was the way the train was rolling for St. Thomas. It was looking like this thing could roll to 30 or 40 points. And Shawnee State buckled down, and the last few minutes have actually outscored St. Thomas and got it back to 22. Now, is it possible to get all the way back? I don't think so, but I've seen stranger things happen. It's one of the great things about basketball.
Yep.
You never know how this is going to end.
Can you go on a quick run here? The St. Thomas team is scoreless in their last minute 34. But Shawnee State is 1 for their last 5.
down the stretch in this one.
On the far side, they'll bring it back into the middle.
Do you feel like you've done 5 today? This is our 5th one.
If I say yes and no, does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Totally.
It feels like we've done 5, but the games have been really good. There's a late 3 for Crumpy who comes in.
I'm tired, but it's been fun games.
Yeah.
It's been good games.
I can't complain about the games that we've gotten.
God has blessed me to be able to do this on a Saturday.
Absolutely. We had Black Friday yesterday. Today, of course, Small Business Saturday.
Yes.
Support the small businesses around. We're doing so here in Kingsport with the Visit Kingsport organization.
They do a lot of good things. Kingsport's a great place to be around Christmas time.
I made sure to get into downtown and go and support some local businesses yesterday and today. Well, maybe not today because we were out here early. But
my time has been spent watching basketball, eating, prepping for basketball, and sleeping.
That is it.
Not a lot of the last.
I'll say thank you to the ladies that were working the coffee counter this morning.
They were good.
They were very good.
They said they'd fill it. They told me they'd fill it up as many times as I needed. It must have looked like I could use some caffeine.
My only thing is I need them to stay open for me a little bit longer. They closed at 11. I was only able to get my 1 tea, so I'll have to grab 2 of them tomorrow from them. First game tomorrow is at 11. That's a 3-ball
Sleeping
for
in,
Dean.
I like it.
That one's taken away, playing all the way to the final whistle. Luberis puts it in, and that's a nice kiss off the glass.
Luberis on fire, and I believe, that takes him to 20 points. 5 of 11 from the field, 7 of 10 at the free throw line.
Leads all scorers with 20. Trey Beard has 19 for Shawnee State. Kick out. Beard trying to take that lead back. Goes in and out.
Close. Rolled all the way to some rims. That would have been a bucket. But they can keep those tight rims. I'm a fan.
I don't think we have a choice.
I'm a fan.
I don't think they're going to bring in new baskets here for the next couple
No, wait
games.
a minute. We need to change them with 2:10 left.
Yeah, this isn't hockey where they got to resurface the ice and change the nets.
But actually, the court has been really good, and Kingston Tourism and the resort here has done very high, and they have a very nice facility for the best teams in the country to come play over the start of the Christmas holiday and right after Thanksgiving.
And a lot of the teams use Thanksgiving to travel. They spent Thanksgiving on the road getting food at various stops. Most of them we talked about to stop to Cracker Barrel.
Now,
some teams traveled yesterday and today as well.
We did not leave till yesterday morning.
That one falls off the rim.
I got to eat some good stuff from my great niece Kim and her husband Rick. That's the first time we haven't had it at our humble abode. It was all right.
It felt good that you didn't have to host for once. There's a big slam. Wow.
Donovan Lovelace, and you if you had your eyes away from the picture, I'm sure you could hear the thud on that dunk.
It was impressive from Lovelace. Again, somebody you're probably going to hear a lot of next year with Shawnee State's back here at the show, or even later this year.
Oh, I bet they'll be back.
This is their second year here. Their first year was last year. St. Thomas' first year here at the show. It's been a 10-year-long tournament, and no signs of it slowing down. There's another one from Lovelace.
Ken Fred said they're already looking at next year's field.
There's a wait list.
Yeah, yes, there is. It's hard to go any more than 30 teams. That's a lot of teams.
Well, I was hearing conversations earlier. We're under a minute to go here in this game, but hearing conversations that some of the coaches are actually asking Coach French to move it to Monday, Tuesday, potentially work around the holiday. I don't know if that's going to be a consideration, but
I kind of like
a possibility.
I like it like this. I always look at this as I've been doing this all my life. I think it's part of the holiday.
I would agree with you.
But it's out of my pay range.
Yeah.
If they want me here, whenever it is, I'm sure that I'll be setting, hopefully with you for a number of years to come.
There's a potential, as there's a late 3 here off the mark. There's a potential that you could see an expanded field, and maybe you go Saturday to Tuesday. That was a conversation. Game is over. It's a 20-point victory, 79-59, as these two teams wrap up their time here in Kingsport. Final score, St. Thomas takes down Shawnee State, 79-59.
Esteban Uberis, 20 points to lead the way for St. Thomas, 16 each for Dean and Nutter. And what a night for Trey Beard for Shawnee State. He had 19, while Lovelace had 13 points. St. Thomas had a nice win, and I tell you what, Shawnee State's going to get better. They got good things coming.
Absolutely. That's Walt Ferber. I'm Matt Kibbe. This has been a presentation of SESN and is copyrighted. You can find the replay wherever you watch this game today. We'll see you next time here on SESN.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shawnee Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shawnee Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in.